Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd just do a quick update on this bird of prey ship. I had only limited time to work on it so far. I'm hoping today I get some more time though. There's a lot of weird stuff going on away from EGS, so um, my time was a little bit limited. But where I did put it is a few different areas. I tried to texture out the top of the ship quite a bit better than what it was before the last time you seen it. Added in a lot more texture fluctuations and a little bit different coloring and just trying to make it look a little bit gritty and grungy, but not going overboard, so it kind of all kind of blends. But you can certainly see a lot of like different changes in like one body panel to another, I guess you could say. Also, I rebuilt this neck area, pretty much the whole thing. Um, I wanted to have it look thinner as it went closer to the nose of the ship. Um, so kind of like it starts out, let me get the HUD on. If you look at where the cursor is right now, it's kind of a little bit wider than this section. I did that on purpose. Looking at some top profiles of these Klingon bird of prey ships, they typically do that where the neck kind of gets skinnier before it goes to the nose. And I had the neck pretty much running full width all the way to the nose. So I also moved the nose one more block forward when I ended up doing that process. So you get look at your top profiles looking about like this now. Now the bottom of the ship I didn't do a whole heck of a lot more to, but it was I think I did some tweaks. So I cleaned up some texture areas and stuff like that. So you can kind of see what that's looking like in the light. So the next part of this, what I wanted to do, and let me do the lighting thing for a second here. Not very happy with the lighting in the game at all, though. I got to say that. I don't think that feeling's gonna go away. uh, I know I complain all the time. So on interior, I did very little of the interior actual trying to like detail it and stuff like that so far. Just trying to get the layout in place, but this entry hatch here is basically I'm just trying to figure out the interior decor. Um, and it's using a different set of colors than what the outside of the ship used. So this way, if you use an alt color palette for the outside of the ship, the interior can stay the same color. It doesn't mess with it. So completely different interior colors versus out exterior colors. The interior is kind of using this kind of grayish brown. It's used in some burnt red and some kind of burnt brownish colors. So you can kind of see this shade in here, and then that shade, and then the floor coloring is a little bit different. Maybe I'll get some more fluctuation in there as well. But again, trying to make it look kind of gritty, but I gotta some of these textures I probably ought to clean up a little bit more. And it's been doing a bunch of different like texture stuff to try to make it look a little sloppy on purpose. Kind of that more burnt look. And I've got more stuff to even fix inside of here. So with the layout, I'll just get the light on. The rest of the ship doesn't have any light on the inside. On parts, so I got a couple of small shield parts over in this room, and this is going to lead through to the crew area, and that is basically in the neck on the lower side of the neck. So it's got two floors in the inside the neck. This is the bottom area. I figure this would be crew. It's also going to have a God, where is it? I lost it. Oh yeah, it does have a staircase on one side. So it's going to be a little bit asymmetrically done in this area as well. And this gets up into where the first person bridge is going to be. Um, and don't mind any of the block work or anything. Nothing is constant right now. I'm just trying to figure out how I want this thing to look and and you know in the layout basically. So when you go further down the neck, kind of getting into where the larger portion of the body starts, is where you got production. Right now, I've got four 320K ammo bays, I guess. All four of them currently are ammo bays. However, maybe it'll have like three ammo bays and one storage bay or something like that. But I figured four is not too bad. Give you enough storage, at least to be able to hold a fair amount of ammo as well. Which something like this, you'd probably want a lot of ammo in there. So this will be like your production utility area right in the center. Um, and then back in the back part of the ship, this area is just kind of just placeholders. So there's nothing really where anything's fine, nothing's finalized out here on where it's going basically. So I'm looking at currently three of the big shield parts. Your fusion reactor, your warp drive, and shield over there. And this whole area would kind of be like a big giant engineering section. And I'm trying to get in like some fuel banks. I'm trying to do it a little bit different. I wanted to get more fuel in this ship than what I did with the Proxima. Um, so I'm going to try to set up maybe zones where I stick more fuel tanks next to each other, but then seal them off more from the outside world. And I know it looks like this is hitting it right now, but that's probably not going to be there. Um, and stuff like that. And then I'm trying to keep these shield parts away from the outside of the ship as well, or if there's a turret or something below it, I'm packing it in with some Xeno in places. So you're going to have all that back over here. So kind of a lot of space, but just kind of this big engineering section. And then as you go up here, you get into where the first person, or I'm sorry, the secure bridge is going to be, and that's going to be in this section here, I believe. Don't mind the blocks on the floor right now. I'll probably be changing a lot of that. So I'm trying to like make this area again tougher, sealing it in with Xeno and stuff like that. And then also quick ways in and out of the ship from the secure bridge on either side here or here. Will get you basically right down into there and into probably where you're gonna have like a pilot seat, like right about here somewhere, and some co-pilot seats and passenger seats, I should say, over there. So yeah, that's kind of the general layout of it. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, you're gonna have a couple little, a few little side rooms, and I got to figure out exactly what I'm gonna like put in some of these rooms. And that is kind of the thing with this ship, not having farms or hangar. That's like two big areas of stuff I would normally put in ships, especially to fill up some space. But in this ship, I'm just kind of like more dependent on shield parts. Now, it's possible maybe I expand this out and hold 5 of the big shield parts and a couple more of the medium-sized shield parts as well, or at least have placeholders for them. It doesn't have to come stock with all this stuff, but I think you should be able to really ramp the shield up quite a lot in this ship. Hopefully, if I leave enough places to put the parts and stuff like that. So obviously, I got a lot of work to do yet. And yeah, I've been looking at some pictures of some whatever I can find on Klingon interiors. There are some reference materials out there in picture form and stuff like that. So I'll keep on trying to work it out and try to detail it, make it look nice and everything like that. But just curious on your thoughts. Obviously, there's a lot of area back here, and I like to utilize space usually pretty decently, unless it's an enormous creation that I just got to put in a lot of filler stuff. And right now, it's just like, yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly what I want to be putting in here, or how I want to lay this out yet. But again, you know, it has to have all your main parts. I was thinking either 3 to 5 of the big shield parts and 2 to 4 of the medium-sized shield parts in here, plus your normal stuff. Um, and then I could figure out at that point in time, like, what one, like right now I'm looking at like 2 of these are increase the shield strength. One of these would increase the charging speed to kind of counterbalance the other 2. And then of course this also helps with charging the shield. The medium-sized parts would probably also be adding to the shield strength or the banks. If I put in 2 more of these big parts, which I probably can fit, that would bring it to 5 total, where maybe I could have like 2 of these for chargers and 3 of them for banks. Um, of course, I want the shield is going to have to be able to charge, but I do feel the shield in this ship will be bigger than what the Proxima had. It's just running bigger parts and probably more of them. Now the Proxima is running 8 total medium-sized shield parts. 4 were banks and 4 were chargers, where this one's gonna get into the big shield parts, and still some mediums as well. So that's kind of where I'm at with the ship right now. Just lot of logistic stuff trying to figure out how to do the interior. But I'm happy that the outside of the ship is really close now. Obviously, as I keep on building these things, I might look at it and try to tweak it a little bit more here and there, stuff like that. But the interior now is the big focus. Again, it doesn't have a huge interior. I just got to start working out these room areas and try to get each area done. But I wanted to kind of get the layout in place, knowing what I want to put in and where I want to put it in before I get like trying to make it all pretty and stuff like that. Um, and hopefully I can make it a little bit more pretty than what I've been able to do so far. Again, I'm just heavily experimenting with how a inside of a ship like this should look, and I also have that transition thing where you're gonna have like an exterior of like the green you can kind of see coming into here, and that has to kind of mesh with the different interior color as well, and the green's got to be like visible from the outside, and I can't like two-tone it. I didn't want the green on the inside of the ship, basically. More browns and burnt reds and oranges and things like that. Um, so yeah. Anyway, that's where it's at right now. Now I'm gonna go through when I post this video. I'll have a big name list in the video description too, with numbers by the names. So I mean, if there's one you want to pick, you might as well just start picking them. I'll try to tally those up as well. Looking at the videos on this ship, and what it comes down to naming, and I'll just pick whatever one has the most votes. Just be honest, though. I mean, if you like one name more than another, pick that name. It doesn't matter if you created that name or not. It's just whatever name you think sounds the best or you feel is the best. And most of these, they're all Klingon names too, so they're kind of weird uh, names, but it's kind of a weird ship. Anyway, you all have yourself a great afternoon, and I will hopefully have an update on this in a couple days. Hopefully, I can get jamming and get a lot more of this interior done by the next time, and have something a little bit better to show you. But uh, as it is right now, everything's coming along pretty good. It's getting closer to being complete. It's just I gotta put in some good amount of time on the insides yet. And then probably some miscellaneous stuff that I'm not even thinking about right now. That will probably need to be done as well. So, all right. Well, anyway, you all have yourself a great day. I will talk to you later.